All right, episode 50,
Yeah.
and my mic's already fucking up.
happy episode 50, ladies and gentlemen. Here's
Episode
some.
50. Still haven't learned how to use the microphone properly.
I have to hold my cord a certain way so it doesn't like make that popping sound.
Yeah, that's how mine is too. I don't know how I got stuck with the fucked up cord. I just for some reason refused to throw away this shitty cord, even though
No, we have both the cords for them they're like all shitty.
Yeah. I have one good cord. It's literally sitting right here within my eyesight, not plugged into my microphone for some reason.
Oh.
Regardless, what's going on today? I know we wanted to start with a little political talk, if you even want to call it that.
Well, man, breaking news. This is a news flash. It's pretty crazy. Scott Baio has endorsed Donald Trump.
Right. Yeah. I saw that last night. Nobody I mean, what's crazy is actually people actually do care.
It's
like
if you're gonna endorse Donald Trump, Fox News will put you on, no matter like when your last acting gig was or how famous you are currently. It's pretty sad.
Yeah, I saw he's like number one trending topic on Twitter today.
Yeah, number one trending. I was go through Facebook on like the trending topics, and that sadly was the most interesting one I could find to talk about. But
can you believe he had sex with Pam Anderson like in her heyday?
Man, that Charles in Charge money. I wonder if it's like run out or
clearly he's desperate for like he must be pushing some like shitty. He probably has a shitty podcast. But
yeah. we definitely could have had him on the podcast. I'm wondering what type of residual check he gets every month for Charles in Charge.
Nothing. Still
probably,
to this day.
You think probably like $800 or something.
Does that show still run?
I'm sure
you would know. You probably fucking watch that shit. Knowing, like,
oh God,
shitty old TV.
I love Charles in Charge.
I did when I was a kid. Yeah.
Well, I don't watch it currently. I guess I would if I could find it, but they're not replaying that.
Yeah, that's probably not on steady reruns. Like they're not going to like reboot that like Fuller House or anything.
Man, there's this new channel called Pop Television, and it like starts at like noon. It does Beverly Hills 90210. Then after that, it's Dawson's Creek, and then after that, the motherfucking OC. And I was like, yes, this is like the triple threat right here of awesomeness. Kind of watched all three of them.
They actually have some original programming too, because I tried to watch that new Eugene Levy show, Schitt's Creek, on there, and it's like a bunch of people banded together from what are those like completely Christopher Guest movies? Those like improv. Yeah. So it's like the lady from Beetlejuice who's in all the Christopher Guest movies, Eugene Levy, who I guess like the rap videos stopped like having him on or something, because that was his career after Christopher Guest. He was just like the nerdy Jewish guy in all the rap videos.
Yeah,
it was like talking to like the white kid, like just not understanding hip hop. But now he's on this shitty show, fucking Schitt's Creek, and I tried to watch it. It's just not even watchable.
Well, I'll be damned. I know TV wise, we got the Kimmy Schmidt shows like coming back next month. But yeah, other than that, not looking too good TV wise. But let's talk about like a badass new TV channel. And I think you had the same experience as me of finding it. Viceland. It's an actual like channel on cable.
Yeah,
I've been watching it nonstop. It's great. I seriously, I thought it was like Viceland, like Grantland. It was just this like they were doing a web series and stuff, and I was just like watching it on my fucking phone. Didn't know you can just go watch it on TV. So me and my wife have been watching it nonstop since I discovered that. And
yeah,
it's pretty great.
Do a lot of the stuff just from Vice, from all the sister sites of Vice, which is like Vice, Viceland, Noisy, Munchies. They have like 5 different like websites that are all like just subdivisions of Vice, but all the programming that they do, all their online content is also, they just basically run a stream of it on Viceland.
Yeah, it's great.
Because I've been pushing "Fuck That's Delicious" on you like for a long time. So did you
I don't like watching shit on like my computer or like my phone.
Yeah,
It's
I tried. You never watch any of the links I sent you. I know that for a fact.
The only one I ever watched was I watched half of the Noisy Atlanta that you said, just because I just watched the Compton one. And I was like, oh my God, this is so great. But I can't watch more than like 10 minutes unless it's on my actual television. But now I'm already put Noisy on like season pass for DVR. So that's going down. If anybody hasn't seen Noisy, it is basically it just talks about like hip hop cities.
It's once again, it's a Jewish perspective on like underground hip hop culture in these cities.
Yeah, and it's awesome. Last night I watched Miami, and Rick Ross was on there. Ricky Rose decided to do his interview from one of his wing stops.
While he's also pushing CrossFit, he's like, I'm just all about getting healthy. Then he's like eating like a 25-piece fucking wing.
His description, for one thing, he is just so stoned out of his mind. And
everyone on the show is.
It was like, you could tell first off, he pulls in there in this Lamborghini, like also probably like a $500,000 car, and he just parks diagonally in the handicap spot. And he gets out and he just like goes to the wing stop and you can see the amount of wings he's eating. It's insane. And he's just talking about how he likes to eat wings, and he puts the ranch dressing in like his cup holder, and he'll like dip the wing and just like eat it while he's driving.
He calls it like, he ordered it as something I'd never heard before, and I guess neither did the guy interviewing him. He said, I want 10 lemon peppers, but flat. Make them flat. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? His description, I still couldn't understand what that meant. Maybe you did.
No, he was just getting them like custom. I didn't understand what he was saying, but it was interesting. It just hit his whole like just gig is insane. Like just making fun of actual like gang leaders in his rap songs and then almost getting killed for it.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about that. I've never heard a Rick Ross song that I'm aware of. I don't really know who he is, but
oh my God, Rick Ross is like one of the two good rappers, like still going today.
I just know he had like a big feud with 50 Cent, and obviously he's like winning that feud because 50 Cent's filing bankruptcy now and then posing with fake money.
Yeah, Rick Ross got that Wingstop money, so
he owns 25 franchises.
Yeah, it was funny. They did a little graphic. It's like Wingstop to franchise Wingstop, it costs between $250,000 and $400,000. Rick Ross, when asked how many he has, couldn't remember like the actual number. Like, it's like, but now he's just rich as hell. And then it like started chronicling some other rappers in Miami. One called Stitches.
Oh yes, okay. I didn't get to the part about Stitches, but I know of Stitches.
Yeah, I know of Stitches too because he claimed to have banged one of the Jenner sisters, and he's on in the game like had him beat up. Like
I saw have you seen the video of him getting just knocked out cold?
No.
So the game didn't have him beat up. He like was basically trying to do a drive-by on the game when the game was like wasted coming out of some bar. And the game came out and Stitches, like the police basically pulled him out of his car and he ran up to the game trying to fight him. And the game's manager just ran off just like club punched him, knocked him out. The game was just like laughing, like pointing. It's probably it would normally like humiliate a rapper like all the way where they can't even have a career anymore when something like that happens.
I don't see how he has a career. One of his songs was the song that made him famous was just throw a brick at like the police or something.
I have no idea.
Well, that's what they said on there. I'd never heard any songs he did, but the one song they're playing is like, "Cause I sell too much yayo and my baby mama tripping." And I sell too much yayo.
He looks like an Insane Clown Posse guy, but like with his face actually like tattooed up, right?
Yeah, yes. That's not makeup. That's straight up tats. But I would say it's kind of like Insane Clown Posse meets like 2 Chainz, just with the auto tune and.
Okay, I don't really know. The only thing I know of 2 Chainz is the Noisy Atlanta thing, where it's like he's just like a totally normal person.
He's so rich. I watched this video of like around Christmas time. He just like went in the projects and was like just giving people like, oh, it's like $20,000. Like, here, I want to help you. There's like, oh my god, it's 2 Chainz and giving me all this money.
Yeah, he's like so normal in his like behind. I don't know what his public persona is because I don't really know that much about him, but I know he's like, you know, a fucking strip club guy, like in Atlanta rapper. And but his interview with this guy, so at first he's acting all crazy and he smokes like crazy amounts of weed, like how all these guys do. Just blunt after blunt. How do they just don't go to jail? I don't understand. But he was just like, yeah, you know, just a normal fucking businessman. Like at the end of the day, he just talked to normal. He wasn't like using slang or anything. He's just like a really, really smart guy putting on an act, basically.
Oh yeah, he's rich as hell. he's done very well for himself. I saw the other. Have you seen Noisy Compton, Atlanta, and Miami? Have you seen any of the other ones?
Yes.
I gotta see Detroit. Detroit.
I haven't seen Detroit.
That's gonna be good.
I didn't even know that it was like an ongoing series. I thought they were just doing it on Atlanta, and it was a different host for that one than it has been for the Miami one and the Compton one.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. The Atlanta one was like a bunch of episodes, probably like 5 or 6 episodes, and the Compton one I think was multiple ones. I don't know about the Miami one.
Huh? Maybe they will do more of that. So show some more stitches. And did you see the other white rapper on there? That's like his whole gimmick is like about like beating up women and stuff,
treating women like shit. Yes, I was like, what the fuck?
There's like apparently there's a market for a kind of hip hop where you just are real misogynistic, or you're just like his videos. It's like first person view of like just pushing around a woman.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
I don't see how people could like it. The Vice guy was just like so nervous, like going in there because he's like had these whores come in, just talk down to him real bad. The Vice guy's like, oh my god, this is
basically by calling them whores. But yeah, these were like amateur internet pornography girls.
Right.
At least that's the impression I got. I did not recognize them, but but they're just like, you know, a step up financially probably from strippers. I don't know. The strippers in Miami probably do pretty well.
That's what they were saying. They're like, you have to, if you're a stripper in Miami, you have to get like all kinds of plastic surgery. Like you got to keep your game going, or they'll just bust in some like better like new strippers.
Yeah. I don't know. That whole part was like pretty sad. They interviewed somebody that was like an expert in sex trafficking. They're just like, Miami is just the worst for obvious reasons. It's like the largest number of immigrants or non-American born citizens live in that city than any other city in the country.
Well, it's crazy. The Haitians and like their story, just like how the 90s, they just got shit on so much. And so they just basically formed this huge gang and they just started kicking everybody's ass and like started running the ports and shit. And it's just crazy how just all the like the Haitians, the Cubans, the Americans, like it's all shit's crazy in Miami. What I got out of this documentary, but
yes, just like there's extreme poverty and extreme wealth, and there's not like really a middle class there. That's a common theme in almost all of the noisy stuff. That's kind of how Atlanta is, and Compton is probably Compton specifically probably doesn't have like a high class, but like LA.
Well, the Compton one wasn't that good because Kendrick Lamar was kind of the focus, and he's just like real smart and
he's like a normal dude.
He's not like this flashy with his money and like he's just like he's not
irresponsible.
He's just like giving money back to his high school like music program. Like he's just like trying to help the world and
just like a really good person. Yeah.
Rick Ross is just fucking opening wing stops. That's like the extent of the good he's doing for the community and just like trying to look like a cocaine dealer.
Yes. Did Kendrick Lamar even? He doesn't even like smoke weed on the one that he's on, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Anyway, but that's a fucking badass series. You can get all of them online just at noisy.com or on Viceland. But one of my favorite shows that comes on there is the Fuck That's Delicious. And so have you seen at least? Do you know which ones you've seen? Are they like the new season or?
Just
it's Big Body on it. Is his friend Big Body in the episodes?
The one that he races every time, or
no? It's like the guy's like Armenian or something. He's not black, but he's not white.
I don't remember him. I think I know who you're talking about. I saw him on a preview though.
He goes to jail in like half the episodes. He can't like leave like the country. So like when Action Bronson's like real big in Canada, they have to leave Big Body, who's basically our friend Tommy Wilson. It's like exactly Tommy Wilson. They have to leave him like on the American border, and they do like a little kind of spinoff show with Big Body sometimes where he's just this total fucking ghetto dude who all he'll eat is like shrimp. He won't eat any of it. He's like shrimp every meal, like breakfast, lunch, dinner, shrimp. And so I don't know. It's just like this ridiculous character.
Yeah, I saw this one where they go. It's like a fried chicken place, and then he ends up like creating a sandwich basically, and the owner was
yeah.
And then I don't know. It's just funny. They're just so high all the time, and
they're just like dabbing. Like that's like Action Bronson's thing. He like hardly will smoke weed. He just like dabs. And so it's kind of sad though because he has a kid that's probably in middle school, and after I started watching the show, I would like follow him real closely on Twitter because his tweets are like really fucking. He's like a really smart, funny guy too, and he's just like, oh, went to my daughter's play, The Jungle Book, like just dabbed out, man. It was like so realistic. That's kind of sad that you're like doing dabs, then going to your daughter's like school play.
Yeah, I got into watching Weedakit, where it's just just basically a little 30 minutes or an hour show about marijuana related stuff, and it's just what about these kids that are just like treating their cancer. Their parents have just like given up on the other stuff. They're like treating their cancer with like cannabis and THC oil and stuff, and the kids are just like so blown, like they're just like because they're just eating edibles nonstop, and that was pretty crazy too.
Those are like too sad, but I've seen a couple. I don't think I've seen that specific one. They have like a whole series, that's like going around and like looking at the different uses for marijuana. That's basically their entire catalog is marijuana related shit.
Yeah, it's funny the noisy Atlanta, noisy Miami thing. It's like the first 10 seconds, it's like this Rolls Royce, like cocaine, all this. I was like, yep, you suck me in every time, Vice.
Yeah. Because they actually had an interview with the guy who used to be the number one importer of cocaine from Colombia to Miami, like at the very first of the Rick Ross episode. Did you see that part where they were like flying on the plane and he was like, I used to fly with a half ton of this shit?
I don't know. I think I missed the like first couple of minutes of it.
It was literally like 2 minutes at the beginning. It was just like some white guy with long hair, and he was just like,
okay, yeah. I just wasn't listening to what he said.
He was talking about the difference between like the drug lords today versus the drug lords back in like the 1980s when he was made like $1 billion fucking dollars before he went off to prison. But he was like, we would just try our hardest to not look like drug lords. These guys, even if they're not drug lords, like want to look like drug lords.
Okay, yeah, I do remember that part. He's like
that's why they're going to prison.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen Gaycation with Ellen Page?
I haven't seen it yet.
You know, the chick from Juno. Actually, Juno. She's gay. She's traveling the world, trying to show like the struggles that gay people around the world face, and it's always just super depressing. Like, there's this one where they're in like Tokyo, and there's like this bar you go into. And it's just dudes like walk in, and the whole gimmick of the bar is you pay money and they have like a dressing room, and then you go dress up like a woman and then come out of the bar and just like act like a woman. It's just
what the fuck?
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And the Tokyo one was crazy. A lot of
everything about Japan is real fucking weird. Normally,
dude,
think about the culture there. They need to do a noisy just Tokyo.
Yeah. And then the next gaycation was in Jamaica. It's just about how like Jamaicans hate gay people. There's like, no, it's not acceptable in Jamaica. She's like, why? Just trying to like reason with them. And it like seems to the point where there's like, yeah, we understand what you're saying. And then she's like, no, could you understand like if it's your daughter? And he's like, no, don't ever say that. My daughter's not gay. You can't even, if you say that, we'll just have to like just go kick her ass. And it's like, oh my God, you dumb Jamaicans.
Well, I mean, you dumb Jamaicans. Jamaica's like a really fucked up place too. I mean, extremely fucked up.
They haven't bounced back since the Bob Marley days.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's always just been fucked up.
I think it's been pretty fucked up forever. Like apartheid type conditions there.
Yeah. Well, oh well.
Anyway, so Vice comes out with badass material. Do you ever go on Gawker.com?
Yeah, I know that's probably shutting down tomorrow because of Hulk Hogan, but
he fucking won $110 million lawsuit against Gawker. The jury actually awarded him $10 million more than he even asked for. That's like how egregious the Gawker leaking like a piece of his sex tape, right?
Right. I think there's been a legal precedent kind of set forward with Aaron Andrews and now Hulk Hogan. You can't just show like videos of people naked or having sex, like secretly videotape. Just because they're celebrities, you can't just like go put it on the internet and that's okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna watch every one of them. I'm not gonna lie, but
the Aaron Andrews one is actually like it's really, really sad.
It's creepy. I've actually have not watched that one because it was the quality is so horrible, but that's just straight creepy. The Hogan one was.
Did you watch? Yeah, I've seen the Hogan one. Everybody saw the Hogan one when it was released. It seemed like it was fucking 10 years ago that it came out.
It was
such
like
a weird circumstance.
Yeah, his bro, like
Bubba the Love Sponge, who you and I know from the Stern network, back when he used to be on the Stern network.
Yeah, Bubba and Hogan, that was always the big thing, was they were best friends, and they were friends enough where then come to find out though that Bubba the Love Sponge was just like obsessed with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
like he was like in love with him, and when Hogan would come, he'd just be, "Hey, do you want to go bang my wife?" But then secretly videotape it. It was just weird.
Secretly, maybe it was secret, maybe it wasn't.
You don't think it was secret? What do you mean?
Because that's why Bubba the Love Sponge wouldn't testify in the thing, because it's of some debate whether it was he had agreed to it being filmed or not.
Well, either way,
and that's why that's how Gawker's probably going to win the whole case on appeal, because Bubba the Love Sponge pled the fifth. He's like, there's like some incriminating shit that I've done in this. Like Bubba the Love Sponge probably is the one who leaked it to Gawker originally as like revenge. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So the Hulkster is $115 million richer for the time being. Who knows what he's gonna do? Probably gonna make some more shitty movies or make another run at the championship or something. Who knows?
Start banging somebody who looks exactly like his daughter, possibly.
Well, actually banging his daughter.
God, they had one of the worst reality shows ever.
Yeah, which is weird that it like just ruined their lives.
Yeah,
like,
actually ruined, like all their kids' lives were ruined. Their marriage like ended because of it.
Hogan didn't know best. That was the problem. But what are you gonna do? But yeah, it's kind of cool seeing Hulk back in the news though, and not for like dropping N-bombs. Oh God, I completely forgot about dropping N-bombs. Were you surprised that he chose to wear the like silk bandana on the stand when he testified? Dude, he's straight Hulkamaniac. Like he was like the NWO Hulk was wearing the black. I thought that was like kind of cool that he threw it back to that. He should have worn like a red and yellow suit. Just like straight up Hulkster. I think the jury would have like really felt that.
His attorney comes up. Let me ask you, Hulk, can you rip this shirt off? He already has like rips it off on the stand.
That'd be cool if he just got up there. They're like, all right, Hulk, tell us what happened. He's like, well, you know something, brother. And just start like going off. To just like hit the judge with the chair or something. It'd be fucking awesome. Hey, speaking of crazy court stuff, did you see Kato Kaelin's putting his suit up on like eBay that he wore, that his Versace suit that he wore at the trial?
No, I didn't see that. That's fucking genius, though.
Best time ever. He's just like, one of these days, people are gonna start talking about the case again. I'm gonna put this on eBay. Because eBay just wasn't around for him to sell this shit like back then.
God, I'm sure I'm sure he still goes and does stuff like fucking Comic-Cons. Signs autograph, like does like paid autograph shit.
Oh, dude, if he was like at the Dallas Comic-Con, you would definitely be down for going to meet Kato, like get a picture with him.
I don't know. Maybe I'd be more likely.
Yeah,
$40? No fucking way. I'd spend $40 on that. No.
I went to the Waco Comic-Con last weekend, and the chick from Back to the Future, Marty McFly's girlfriend, was like the main celebrity there.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
This is the one that I went to where Mini-Me like almost died afterwards last year. For listeners that want to go way back with us to like the first few episodes, I went to a Comic-Con like hours later after seeing Mini-Me. I had commented that he looks near death. Lo and behold, he was near death. He almost died after that. But so I went back to that same Comic-Con this year. It's C. Thomas Howell, Ponyboy from The Outsiders was there.
Yeah.
His career has taken a turn for the worse. The chick from Back to the Future, Marty McFly's girlfriend.
What's her name? What's that chick's name?
Jennifer from Back to the Future.
She's been in tons of stuff, right?
I don't know. You're thinking of this mom, maybe.
Okay, yeah,
she's no. Okay, yeah, that would be like cool. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but no, this chick has done nothing. She just has, but she's like fighting age. She's trying to like still look like it's like she's still in Back to the Future. So she's just like has a bunch of makeup, huge, big fake titties. It was just kind of sad. I didn't want to waste my $20 and get her autograph and shit. So I moved on to Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I don't know if you remember that guy.
Yeah, I know him.
That guy was humongous in like real life. His hands were just like the biggest things I've ever seen in my life. That was pretty crazy. And that about did it for the celebrities. So Ponyboy, Back to the Future, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan was the celebrity lineup for the Waco Comic-Con. Pretty interesting.
Is the Ponyboy guy actually like? Is that his sale? That hey, I was Ponyboy. Or is there some other role that he's like? Is he like on The Walking Dead or some shit?
No, C. Thomas Howell. He's been in a bunch of stuff.
Oh,
he's
C. Thomas Howell. Okay,
yeah,
right.
Yeah. I think he was like an ET, and that was what he has them all listed, and then has an 8x10 from like each one of them that you can buy for like $20, and he'll sign it.
Yeah,
I just walked past him. He looked like he's smoked a lot of cigarettes in his life or meth.
If he's like at the Comic-Con, probably not good things going on. So do those people actually go on a tour, or is it like individually? Probably they sign.
No, they just. Well, there's a big one that goes to like Austin called Wizard World. The Wizard World Comic-Con's like the big one, and I think a lot of people like to stay on that and travel it just because they're so big. They probably just make so much money. The Waco Comic-Con, there's no way these people make more than a couple of $1,000 in the weekend.
Yeah, and they just get like a free hotel room, maybe.
Right, yeah. But I mean, think about it. They're probably just like actually struggling to like pay their bills, so a couple of grand is probably pretty awesome for them.
I mean, yeah, fucking, I would do it for a couple of grand. I mean, any normal person would, and these people have just fallen to where they're just like normal people.
Yeah. Then I went and saw the old Magnolia Market from Fixer Upper. I took the
fucking going too far with this Fixer Upper shit. I still don't think you can actually like it this much, right? Like half of it's just for comedic purposes, right?
No, I really do like it a lot. It's I look forward to Tuesday nights. I'm just like, yes, it's Chip and Joe. What happened was I was unemployed for a few months, and one night I was like sitting there, and I was just like, I'm just going to stay up all night watching TV. And I started watching HGTV. I never watched a single show on there before in my life. I turn it on and I just start watching this show called Fixer Upper. And they're just like fix up these houses. The next thing I know, it's like the next day. I'm just like, I've watched like 8 hours worth. And then for like 2 weeks, I would just watch that shit all night, like all the shows on there. And I just kind of got obsessed with it. Now I just watch this pretty much.
Hold on. Is this HGTV what's inspiring you to claim that you're going to build like something for your plants? Like last time I was over there, you're claiming like you're going to actually build something like to switch your plants into.
Oh no, that's not. That's not too big like of a deal. This is nailing like 4 boards together.
Yes, but does that show like give you the confidence and inspire you? Like, yeah, I'll just like build.
No,
some shit.
when you came over,
I've known you my whole life. You've never built anything. I know this for a fact.
You're absolutely right. But had you gone in my garage, you'd seen like about 4 different projects that I've been like trying to strip like paint off wood, like repaint them and stuff.
Well,
like,
I know
the garden thing. As I really, honestly, we were just starting to like grow some vegetables just for the hell of it. That has nothing to do with that. If you go to my garage to see like the headboard and the aquarium stand, I'm like redoing and like refinishing. Then you'd be like, God damn it, Dave, what's wrong with you?
Are you getting like step-by-step instruction from our friend Corey Halterman, or are you getting all your like tips from HGTV.com or something?
Oh, just HGTV.com. If I like lived near Corey Halterman, he'd probably do these projects for me in like 10 minutes. But
yeah,
they take me months because I don't have good tools. I actually did buy a sander though.
Well, I guess you have to like have hobbies, but I just don't really see that hobby like playing itself out in the long term.
No, it'll just be like when I got obsessed with building stuff out of pallets, and I had like,
okay, I remember when that happened, and you were just like buying a bunch of pallets, or you got a bunch of pallets like
I would
free.
Just take them off the side of the road. If somebody like put them in the trash, I'd be like, I need those pallets.
You're like the number one trash collector of anyone. Like when people put trash out, you will fucking like pick through it.
Leon Bridges' parents put a bunch of trash out. I almost went and got an office chair and then tried to sell it like as Leon Bridges' office chair. For listeners who don't know, Leon Bridges' like parents live in Chance's old house, which is just like 2 houses down from me, right where I live currently. So I just I was really eyeing their trash one day. But it had rained. That's the only reason I didn't go like take all of it and go through it.
That's actually a pretty good idea. I bet you could have actually sold that for like $20 or something, probably.
Yeah, no, I love like dumpster diving or going getting stuff out of people's trash.
Didn't you get a kayak out of somebody's trash? Your kayak that you got was like around the same time you were like doing pallet collecting.
No, that was before Then I just sawed the kayak in half and like tried to make some yard art out of it.
Oh my god! Like, yeah, you're gonna try to like plant something in the kayak or something, right?
I think I was gonna try to like mount it on the fence or something, make it like look cool. I don't know.
This is Pinterest. This was probably Pinterest inspired.
Yeah. I went a little nuts on I made a Pinterest account and like went nuts. I did make a bunch of like recipes off there, maybe like 2 or 3.
I know that you did like. What'd you do? Deviled eggs?
No, that's a family recipe I make. No, I did a few things off Pinterest, like cooking wise, just different like cakes and stuff like that. Maybe alcoholic drinks.
Like, the Nabe punch, like that.
Oh, yeah. Nabe punch is straight Pinterest. I need to get
everybody had to give that up after the last time you made it because you and my wife got like so wasted.
Yeah, me and your wife drank like I put like a half bottle of vodka there. We knocked it out, and I think both of us ended up puking that night.
I don't think she puked, but she did pee in my parents' front yard that night.
That's same.
That's basically the same thing.
Yeah, Nabe punch it just leads to awful things. It tastes like you're just drinking like fruit punch. It's the problem. Yeah, it just has all kinds of alcohol. Man, I need to make some Nabe punch going forward.
Please just don't invite my wife over if you do.
need to bust out the old Cards Against Humanity and Nabe punch.
Man, Cards Against Humanity like went downhill fast.
It was all the rage. Like everybody was down. Now everybody's like, no. I think after a while you think about it, realize like, yeah, I'm too old for this.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally don't say that. I just imagine like the other people when I ask them to play and they're just like, no.
Okay, moving on. I guess we got to talk some sports.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that we both admitted to each other that we haven't watched 1 second of NCAA tournament.
Man, I can't get into college basketball.
It's hard, really hard.
I remember back in the day as a kid, I used to watch every game of these tournaments, like the O'Bannon brothers. Just you would know people who are on there. The only basketball player I know is that one from LSU that's going to like be the number one pick. I don't know a single other college
It's that
basketball
Ben
player.
Simmons,
Yeah.
that guy.
Mhm.
Yeah. He's the only college basketball player I know.
Right. And then after that, I don't know and I don't care. And LSU's not even in like the tournament. So
yeah,
that's why I don't care about it. I don't give a
like
shit.
they didn't even make the tournament.
I think they were like ineligible for like shady reasons or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Because I mean, even fucking Stephen F. Austin made it, who I know are a friend of the show, Random Steve on Twitter, is a big SFA fan. And I'm sure he's fucking just like shitting his pants that they at least advanced.
Our fan of the show, Josh Derwin, said he went to Stephen F. Austin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's shocking. I did not know that either, but yeah, that heartbreaking loss today. They lost to Notre Dame by like 1 point. Is that what you said?
Yeah. I just saw the score. What's crazy is I almost watched the game that they upset. Who is it that they upset? Whoever the fuck they upset.
West Virginia.
Yes, West Virginia. I put it on there and I was like about to subject my wife to like watching some of the tournament. I was like, okay, I haven't watched any. Like, it's fair for me to put this on. I put it on there for 2 seconds, but her and I are like binge watching Breaking Bad right now. And I was like, no way SFA is gonna like advance. Fuck it, let's just like get in 2 episodes of Breaking Bad before our son has to go to bed. Put him on the fucking Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and then we got down on our Breaking Bad instead. And then I saw that they actually fucking won. I was like, God damn it, should have fucking watched it. The exact same thing happened with the Spurs Warriors last night. It's like, the Warriors are gonna end up winning this game, and then I just watched Breaking Bad instead.
Yeah, no. That Spurs Warriors game, I was just hoping that Stephen Curry was gonna like take over and drain some like half court threes, get them back. Yeah. I hate the Spurs. God damn it, they could just easily win another title.
I don't think they're gonna win, but I certainly would not bet against them.
The Hurleys.
I thought it was Jesus. I didn't realize it was Hurley. It was just a Jesus head floating around. I was like, is that the end of Nabe's dick? Is he the direction? We're live streaming your death right now. You joke.
No, yeah, I just lost it there when you said Nabe's dick. Oh, wow. No, yeah, I was just trying to distract you there. Had my little Hurley from Lost figure that's on my computer desk. Let him make an appearance.
Did you ever get tempted to watch Hawaii 5-0 because it's got so Lost heavy? The people because I watch Jen's on it.
Mm-hmm.
I watch Hurley.
Yeah. I watch any show that has like a Lost character. There's a show on USA about like end times bullshit. Sawyer's the lead.
Yeah,
I have watched a couple episodes of that. It's horrible.
I tried to get my wife to watch it because she's really into. As every woman in the world is into Josh Holloway.
Oh yeah.
But we never. That show just looks so bad, and it's on USA. It's like can't
so it's gonna be like Franklin and Bash or whatever the fuck shows they have on there.
Even though that show's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, no. Sawyer is definitely a good looking man.
He's on one of my son's episodes, Go to Farm, which is the episode of fucking Yo Gabba Gabba. He sings like this country song, even though isn't he like fucking like South American or South African or something?
I don't know. I don't know his nationality. I'm gonna have to look that up.
I think he's like European or South African. No. Regardless, anyway, I don't know how the fuck we got onto that. See, this is how little sports we're watching right now.
I know we just can't talk sports. Look, the NBA, it's just like that time of year where it's like, God damn it, let's just get to the playoffs. No one cares about these games.
Right on the brink where they might not even fucking make the playoffs again.
I would rather they not make the playoffs. And
yeah, me too. Just like
it's the worst
for the rest of the season.
The worst case scenario. It's like our number one pick is going to be like the 12th pick, but it's only protected from Boston like if it's 1 through 8. So we just like did too good at the beginning of the year for to have a chance of it being 1 through 8. So we're screwed now, basically.
Here's a story that actually is intriguing, though, is the Kevin Durant. Where the fuck is he going to go? So now it seems like he's going to go to Boston.
Man, I've heard Boston, Golden State. There's this like scenario where he go to San Antonio. There's
Oh my
Washington.
god.
There's a word is though that he's really going to sign a 1 year deal, probably to stay with Oklahoma City for one more year, and then he's going to go become a free agent, like, and get that big money when the salary cap changes. So
Surely if he leaves, he's going to go to the Eastern Conference. He'd be a fucking moron if he didn't. Because if you just look at the state of the Western Conference, there's nowhere he could go other than the Spurs or the Warriors. I guess if he went to one of those teams, it would be worth it. But besides those two teams, like, you're not going to win a fucking championship.
Imagine him going to the Warriors, which is totally like possible because their cap space is great. I think Iguodala and Harrison Barnes are both free agents. So if they decide not to re-sign Harrison Barnes, then they'll have money for a max deal. They give it to Kevin Durant, they're clearly going to win like 4 titles in a row.
Yeah. I mean, I can't even imagine. So yeah, he'd be the second best player on that team, but I don't know that he would fit in. I don't think he'll go there. I know it's plausible and it would be great.
The Celtics teams ever. Scenario is great because if they hit on 1 or 2 draft picks with like 15 that they have in the first round this year, it's like they're going to be really fucking good. They got Isaiah Thomas, who's badass at the point. Not old Isaiah Thomas, new young Isaiah Thomas, and then and then they add like a good free agent piece. Apparently, Jay Crowder's like really good now for them.
I see that he plays. I think he's just like an enforcer guy. I mean, what else could he do? That's the only thing he could do, right?
I don't know. I just saw this like Crowder is out, hurting like Boston's like playoff hopes. It's like, what? Gives a fuck if Jay Crowder's playing or not. Yeah, I don't remember him being that like important.
That's how shitty the Eastern Conference is, though. Like Jay Crowder is like actually a factor.
The Mavs would probably be in like 3rd place in the Eastern Conference right now.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Seriously, either Golden State or San Antonio, whoever's going to the finals, they're going to sweep anyone in the East. I don't care what Cleveland does. Screw Cleveland.
Yeah.
You've heard the rumblings there that Kyrie Irving wants out, Kevin Love wants out. It's like,
I heard Jalen Rose say for sure Kevin Love will not be there next year, and he's 100% right on everything he ever says about the NBA. So I have to believe that he's out for sure. Not that will really make that big of a difference.
How did they screw all that up?
They don't have a good fucking coach. I mean, that's the number one thing. It's just they need a veteran coach.
Yeah. I don't know. They need something along with the Knicks, along with all other teams looking for coaches next year.
They're probably going to go to the finals again, though. I mean, I don't see how I wouldn't bet against them going. I mean, LeBron's been to the finals the last 5 fucking years. At some point, he has to not be in the finals, but I probably think this year they're going to go to the finals again.
Yeah, no, that was
San Antonio.
Chicago's just one of those teams that's every year I was like, man, they're still young and they could probably pull us out. Now it's finally Chicago's old. They fucked up their chances.
Yeah, they just got really unlucky that LeBron went to fucking Miami. That was their whole window of what happened. And Derrick Rose was pretty much a non-factor every season.
Yeah, it's kind of like they were the Utah Jazz of the 90s, or the Indiana Pacers. They were so good, but fucking Michael Jordan's over there. We can't get past him.
God, I mean, do you think Golden State's going to make it out of the Western Conference this year? I mean, your prediction right now, would it be San Antonio or Golden State?
Probably Golden State. But man, I don't know. San Antonio, Aldridge is starting to turn it on, so he's hasn't even been that effective. I mean, he's been badass like he always is, but he hasn't been playing at super all-star caliber. Last few weeks he's been turning it on, and they don't even play Duncan, and they just
it's just saving him for the playoffs.
Vintage Popovich. He's such a good coach. I know Golden State's better, but Popovich could just outcoach anybody. That's the problem.
I'm not so sure Golden State is better. It's just Steph Curry and Klay Thompson are really good, but I mean, Steph Curry's the best player in the league, no question. I don't know if as a team that team is better, or if it's just Steph Curry is just that fucking much better than everyone else in the league.
Yeah, no,
just carry them.
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. That series is just gonna be the NBA fans' dream. It's like the two best teams. That I hope it goes like 7 games, but with Golden State winning, because I hate fucking San Antonio. I'll throw up if they win another title.
Jesus, they really could too. I mean,
oh god, they easily could.
Their roster's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, that's gonna be a great series. Hopefully that happens.
Right. Well, shit, that's probably gonna cover it for sports. I know we got NFL draft coming up like 3 weeks or something like that. Maybe we'll do some draft studying. Who knows? Probably. You want to do a little quick hit of all the movies you've seen the last couple of weeks?
I've been hitting the fucking movies hard. Have you? So you haven't seen pretty much anything since like Star Wars came out,
right? Exactly.
I went and saw Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, the new what's her fucking name? Tina Fey movie.
Yeah,
like based on a true story. A lot of people haven't seen it. It got really good reviews on
It's got
Rotten
great
Tomatoes.
reviews, and it's bombed at the box office.
Which I think Tina Fey doesn't give. It's great because that means Tina Fey has to like go do all like the Stern. Did you see her on Stern or hear any of her shit on Stern?
Oh yeah, it's great. Yeah.
How she was talking about how she like really wished she had shown her tits in a movie like 10 years ago. She's like, now it's the window's closed, but man, I really like wish I would have shown my tits before, like when they looked good. But I didn't know Sisters, which I still haven't seen, made over $100 million. That was like a huge fucking hit.
Yeah, no, they did good on Sisters. I think the Amy Poehler Tina Fey combination does good.
Yeah, and Tina Fey does so much shit that some of it's bound to not hit. But I mean, she's like doing Kimmy Schmidt. Season 2 is about to come out. Regardless, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. It's I've never seen her in a role that was so dirty. And she was really, really good. I've heard Sisters is real fucking dirty too. But Whiskey Tango Foxtrot definitely like gets 2 dicks up in my book.
Interesting.
I also saw the Brothers Grimsby, which it doesn't get 2 dicks up, but it's not 2 dicks down either. It's not 2 flaccid dicks.
It's just just a plain 1 dick up. Like, I'll give it a dick up. Yeah,
like a morning wood. It gets some morning wood.
Is Sacha Baron Cohen just hilarious like he is in anything? Is that what gets you your dick up? Like,
the movie's just so ridiculous that I imagine if I was like 12 or 13 years old, it would be my favorite movie. It would be like a Billy Madison where it's just, you go back and watch it, it's a bunch of random scenes that they're just trying to make funny. The plot is like just completely fucking non-existent, but there's like 2 or 3 scenes where you're just laughing, like belly laughing, like really fucking hard. So I wouldn't go see that one in the theater, but the theater we saw it at was at the Hewlin Tavern. Was the screen was as big as the computer screen I'm looking at right now. There's nobody in the theater. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Also, we were the only 2 people in the theater. That's the 3rd time since I've been in Fort Worth that we've been just me and my wife in the theater.
Fort Worth does not support the movie theaters. Or everybody just goes to the one downtown that's like really nice, or the one on 7th Street. It's like luxury movie watching.
Yeah, which only shows like just the huge hits. I also saw The Revenant. Did I tell you that? You've seen that, right?
No, I haven't. I've yet to see The Revenant.
That one's like really depressing. That was like I had wished I had picked something a little lighter to go see. Like,
I read the true story of like that guy, and it's nothing like that story of the movie. Like his whole thing is, it's not a bear. I don't think it's a bear that attacks him. Something happens, and they just like, if they just really can't help him, it's like a sad situation, and they just like bury him, and they just have the heart to like kill him when they did it. And then he pretty much just freed himself and just tracked him down, but just to get his stuff back. Like, he's like, okay, I made it. And just like gets his stuff back. And that's the real story of it. There's no kid or anything on that. So
that's fucking ridiculous. That's the whole story too. Like, so the whole backstory must be fake. Oh my God. That's completely ridiculous. Have you seen? I doubt you have, because I don't know why you would have. The movie that won for Best Picture at the Oscars, that Michael Keaton priest molestation movie.
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo's in it, and Michael Keaton's in it. And,
Michael Keaton is in that movie. Why was he? Was he at the Oscars?
Yeah, he went up when it won Best Picture again.
I did not even notice that. So Michael Keaton's had back-to-back Best Pictures.
Yep. Yeah.
Dude, fucking Keaton. Good going, Michael Keaton. I hope to God he's not doing that Beetlejuice 2 bullshit. Like,
I think he is.
No.
Why not? Why not? You don't like Beetlejuice, the first one, or you just don't think they can possibly do another good one?
It's not good. Tim Burton doesn't make good movies anymore. Let's face it.
But if with Michael Keaton at the helm,
I mean, Michael Keaton makes anything awesome, but Winona Ryder
just looks really good now. Still, I saw her in a movie.
I'm not saying she doesn't look good. I'd love to see like a porno with her in it, but I don't want to see her trying to like. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. If I was Keaton, I'd just be like worried. I don't know. Yeah. Just throwing it out there.
I don't know, but that movie's been on and off so much that it's basically like Super Troopers 2. One of those things where they're claiming they're filming. I'm seeing still shots of them filming the movie, and it's just clearly never coming out.
I saw still shots of Super Troopers 2 probably like 2 years ago. I know it's at least been a full year. I might be exaggerating a little, but...
Well, that whole movie was crowdfunded. And so it's like, okay, this is pretty much like Joe Dirt 2. It's probably going to go straight to Crackle or something. Like, it's not going to the theaters. No way.
And if they just like run out of money while filming, it's like, fuck, what do we do?
Get on GoFundMe again. Start like a new fucking account. Because they're making it for like $2 million, which is nothing.
Yeah. Oh, man, we need to do a GoFundMe for the Chance and Nabe show.
Yes.
So we can do our OJ podcast.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a bunch of fucking good movies out. That Michael Keaton movie, I think it's called Spotlight. Yeah, it's called Spotlight.
Yeah.
Most depressing fucking movie ever. It's already on iTunes. I had no idea that it was even nominated for Best Picture, and I just like saw Michael Keaton and Mark Ruffalo were starring in it, and I rented it on iTunes, and it's just like, oh no, I fucking bought it, and because it wasn't available for rent yet. It's like $10, and I was like, oh my God, I own this just movie about child molestation now that I'll clearly never watch a second time.
So just like Catholic priests like molested the fuck out of some kids.
It's like Michael Keaton is the head of this journalistic team that does like deep research on stories for the Boston Globe back in like the 1990s when the priests were just fucking on a molestation rampage.
God, it was the 90s where it was just like somebody like must have sent a memo like you have to molest kids because it's like every single one of them
like a requirement to get into heaven.
Yes, it was. God, they just went nuts with it, and then I guess I just saw all their like priest friends doing it and just like that it was cool to get away with it. And
what I think probably happened was the kids who had been getting molested like all through the 1970s and shit had become adults and were like finally speaking out.
Yeah,
like once they had kids and shit, it like made them have crazy. That's like kind of what it seems like in the movie, at least. I mean, I don't know how accurate the movie is, but they had even the Boston Globe had kind of covered for the priests. The police there had covered for them, and the church would like ship them to like South America, like
where they'd go molest the fuck out of all the South American kids. That's what the sad stuff was. God, which I guess this movie's probably about that guy that they did ship to. I forgot where it actually was, but yeah, he just like went on an even worse rampage there.
I think that's like the one that they had confirmed, and the Boston Globe, the reporters didn't want to believe that there really were like 80% of the fucking altar boys and shit were like getting molested in Boston, and then they like started uncovering more and more, and they're like, holy fuck, it's like 100% of the priests are fucking just molesting people. And so, but they were like real afraid to run the story because the Catholic Church is so huge in Boston. They're like, if we run this, like we're fucking all gonna get fired, clearly. And so they like sat on it.
The Catholic Church is basically just a gang. The mafia is what it is. It's the biggest scam in modern history. But
it's fucked up.
I was trying to lose listeners here, but
but yeah, that situation is like doesn't paint them in a good light. I'll say that. But yeah, don't watch that one. If I mean, the priests in the 1970s to the 1990s were molesting kids like hotcakes. Everybody knows that. That's pretty much what's going on.
The new pope is like the cool liberal pope. I think he's taking care of all that. So
I hope so. Yeah, hopefully
he's putting them on like a molestation limit. Like
only 2 transfers before like you're like cut from the cloth or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah,
defrocked or whatever. I don't know. I'm just making terminology up now.
Oh gosh, that stuff. I love it whenever they do like the Catholic stuff where it's just like they do the crowning of the new pope and all just the traditions of the smoke and all that.
It's so fucking weird.
Yeah. No, it is pretty weird.
Anyway, anything else on molestation before we wrap this up on a
No. Yeah, that's a depressing end, but yeah. Check us out on Twitter at Chance and Nabe.
Yeah, check out our YouTube. There's probably, I don't know, 10 episodes up on there. This is the big fucking episode 50 for us.
Yeah,
we hit
the big 50.
Yeah. Congratulations to us.
Yeah. This is like the 50. That's where you get your colon checked, isn't it? Or
yeah, probably.
Well,
you turn out you have to get your skin tags removed at 50. So there we are. What other social media do we have? I claimed I was going to set up a SoundCloud 2 weeks ago. I still haven't done it. So check us out on iTunes or at thechanceandnabeshow.com.
YouTube. You just
I already said that.
Yeah, shit. I don't know. You can call us on our cell phones. Come by the house. It's all good.
Yeah. So that's probably gonna do it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. See you guys next week. Maybe 2 weeks. Who knows?